What's up, Nerd Crew? Nurdie J here, along with
B-Man.
and we are going to be watching Transformers 1 today. What do you want to say? Anything about it?
I'm just hoping it's better than the last Transformers movie we saw.
Yeah, definitely that, and hope to get the money's worth kind of thing. I went through a roller coaster during the previews of that, the first few previews, because I'm like, well, the comedy doesn't make any sense because they're Cybertronian. Then,
Right.
then it's like, okay, well, when we go translate things from like Japanese or German to English, we gotta modify it into our language so it fits
Right.
what we say. So, okay, fine. The badassatron line, fine, that works. That's just translated into English for us.
Now we're talking about what we saw in the trailers,
Right.
not in the movie yet.
Right, we have not seen the movie yet, and we've been trying to stay away from spoilers. I've been watching the previews, and that's about it. And so essentially, the badassatron, I'm like, fine, it's not my cup of tea for comedy, but it does seem okay. The only thing that I'm kind of afraid of is the joke about Optimus Prime flipping off someone, or about to. That I have a problem with because this is pre-Earth. They have no idea of Earth civilization.
But the thing is, I believe they have to do some things that are modern to us because, otherwise, I think it'll turn on a lot of people.
But this is also Orion Pax, Optimus Prime,
No, I get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. I am 100% getting what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's like cavemen ordering a Whopper at Burger King or something. Because they don't have Burger King at that time. Yeah. It's just, I think that's the part that's like, oh, hey, guys, they know about flipping people off.
Yeah, they know how to do the bird and what it means and stuff, but yet, this is pre-Earth. How would they know this? So, I'm still dealing with that one issue, but it looks like it's going to be a great movie. Hopefully, it's going to be a great movie. So
I'm just hoping it's good. That's all I'm saying about it.
So, we'll cut here, and we'll catch you when we finish watching the movie. And we're back. So, we've seen the movie finally, and from here on out, we'll be spoilerific at most. So, yeah, it was not a bad movie in my opinion. What about you?
It was a lot better than the Beast Machines or whatever it was.
Rise of the Beast.
Rise of the Beast, yeah.
It's better than Beast Machines as well.
It was so bad I completely forgot about it.
So it's not that bad. I would say. So we got G1. If we were to do a tier list, it's floating somewhere around Bumblebee for me, where it would be either second or third favorite Transformers movie. Because it's definitely an origin. And it really feels like this should have came out back in 2010, 2011.
Yeah, it's different. It's a different origin story than the comics and the lore at the beginning. When they first brought the toys out and all that stuff like that.
Yeah, 2010, 2011, they were trying to compile everything into one origin. And also had Transformers Prime, and this felt like this would have been a good origin for that series, for that franchise at that time. This feels like it's kind of out of date in that sense of where it belongs, and so it because there's a lot of Viacons in there, like aerial Viacons, ground Viacons from Transformers Prime. There's Arachnid. Right. There's it's like the way they're portrayed is definitely from that era. So essentially, taking it from that era, I'm like, it's a really good movie. Taking it as a current movie, I wouldn't say it's dated by any means, but Yeah, I'm glad that in Bumblebee, Bumblebee from Transformers Prime, which is heavily based off of the uh, uh, Bayverse kind of be, because instead of talking in song or snippets of phrases from other people, he just goes kind of.
But they did at one point in the movie try to almost made a joke on it, where it's like he started going and
oh yeah, because they put duct tape or something on his mouth.
They gagged him, and
yeah,
I believe some of the fans are probably like, oh, this is when he lost his voice recorder and stuff like that. But no, they just gagged him because he kept talking.
Yeah, so that is the low part of the movie for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Bumblebee himself was
Bumblebee was just too talkative. And for any kind of beat.
Too talkative. Tried to make the same jokes over and over and over.
Yeah, and they kept on like the badassatron. Fine, it was a joke for the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, like the first
second part of the movie, badassatron. It's pronounced badassatron. And I'm like, but then it's still not funny.
And then they moved on to, hey guys, I got knives. I got knives for hands. Guys, I got knives for hands.
And then at the end of the movie, shortly after that, after he battles some of the Decepticons or whatever they were, he's like, I am badassatron. Like, shut up.
I did like that one part though. He's like, I'm gonna go cut her, stab some stuff, and then the two enemies are just like running away from him.
Also, I found out it looked like they had a character called Beta. Green Light. Sorry, Beta is an earlier Transformer. Green Light from G1. There's a character that looks a lot like her, but they gave it a boy's voice.
Right.
And I'm like, huh? And also, Chromia is out for blood apparently in the race, and she's a fellow Autobot. So.
What was the one that they always were scared of? The one that grabbed them and they threw them down into level 50.
Oh, Dreadwing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, he just
disappeared. Yeah.
Nobody cared afterwards.
So, also, I'm like, Optimus Prime at the end of the movie said, leave and take the what was it?
The something guard.
Something guard. And it's like, you're just giving him all these tools of destruction, essentially. Yeah, they're characters like Ramjet, Starscream, Dirge, all of them. You're just letting him have his own army for future battles. Yeah. You do realize this, Prime.
I was like, when they had the scene where he wasn't called Megatron yet.
Yeah, D16.
D16, but he is starting to turn into him, but it wasn't there yet because he started getting really bloodthirsty.
Mm-hmm.
And he
became berserk almost, where he wasn't thinking fully.
Yeah, he's fighting Starscream, and then they join his cause. The D16 after he beat up Starscream, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere he just joined. I'm gonna call it Prime because everybody knows who it is.
Yeah, well, there is Sentinel Prime.
And then they just like went right back to Megatron. Like, you guys' minds change so easy.
Yeah, I have to say, Orion Pax is a good character, but it really feels more of a Hot Rod character.
Well, and then they tried to at the end to do is make the Optimus Prime voice harder than they possibly could.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, you can't have Peter Cullen doing it all the time.
Yeah.
He is over 80 now, so. Same as Frank Welker, so essentially who they got for Megatron did a pretty good job as D16 as a young Megatron.
Henry somebody.
Yeah, I don't know if he played Megatron himself, but it was
actually okay.
Pretty good, yeah.
He wasn't my favorite or anything, but like I said, Frank Welker probably is still number one.
Right.
I think he'd probably be number 3, maybe. Megatron's I like.
Yeah.
Because I also kind of like the one from Beast Wars.
David K.
Yeah. The snarky, I'm so full of myself Megatron.
Which, if you watch the series as a whole and not just as standalone episodes, oh my god, Megatron wins the Beast Wars, literally. Everything comes to fruition to what he said it would be. Yeah, there was a lot of setbacks, but at the same time...
Well, technically in that series, he did win.
Yeah.
They just had to fight off the aftermath of its destruction.
But essentially, back to this movie, I feel like it is dated for the comedy didn't stick. It felt like it was pandering to kids a bit. Even though, yes, it was a kids' movie. Don't get me wrong. It was just Bumblebee, unfortunately, was the worst part.
Oh, yeah.
So
too many repeated jokes.
Yeah.
Just kept talking like
annoying all the characters.
Like a sugar high kid all the time.
But, you gotta give him credit. He has been down in Sector 50 or whatever by himself for like 3 cycles. That's another thing that it kind of irked me.
Right.
The cycles. Cycles equal 1 hour in military time. Okay? So one solar cycle is 24 hours. So a cycle would be 1 hour. A decacycle would be 10 hours. Okay? So when they said they had been down there for 50 cycles mining energon,
right?
That only means they've been down for 50 hours, and the Quintesson war they were having was just like a few days ago. And then they're like thousands of solar cycles. So that kind of makes more sense, but yet that doesn't make sense to the 50 cycles that you were saying earlier. So,
my favorite part was, even though it was really, really brief, and it's sadly to say it wasn't Megatron at all. Is I think it's Victor Sigma, the guy that
Alpha Trion?
Yeah,
the guy that gave them the sparks.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, we're gonna see him do like wind magic, because he does a lot of like wind.
Yeah, or ground magic.
But no, he transforms like this rhino tiger thingy.
Like horned lion.
Yeah, and then this like kick these like Viagon's butt. And I was like, that's actually kind of cool. And then they just stopped and like,
yeah, and then Arachnid wasn't the same Arachnid as in the Prime series, so I kind of want to see how they would either bleed it into the more of that way, or but yeah, it just really felt like it was a Prime thing, Prime era series.
I wanted her to show what she would do with all those eyes, but
were they like micro lasers or something? Yeah. But then
and it was just like,
no, they're just eyes.
I can see everything
at Lookout Mountain.
Yes.
So, yeah, I give it like a 2 or 3 favorite Transformers movie. I don't know if I rank it higher than B right now. I have to let it digest a bit, but it is in the top 3 for me, for Transformers alone.
Ben? Me too. Kind of like probably number 3.
Yeah, I have G1 then B then.
I have G1.
Okay.
I haven't seen B yet, so be nice to me about that. As G1, the first Transformers, the first Michael Bay one, the very first one, where everything was fresh and new.
Yeah.
Not
5-hour Optimus Prime transformation.
Not stagnated like a 24-hour left out ham and the.
Like the second movie was.
Yeah. And the third, I believe the third one probably would be Transformers 1.
So, that's our thoughts. I've been Nurdie J.
I've been B-Man.
We'll catch you next time.